Good evening as the frequency news. Fine business. This is K4PEW. My name is Paul, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? You didn't think so. Never is. We don't have too many emergencies at this time of the night, I guess. If you have an emergency, call 911. If you don't, just call us and we'll help you out on anything else. But not dire emergencies of life and death. We'll talk to you about it if you want me to, but that's about it. That may be broken at any time. Again, for information on that, you can see us right now on the YouTube channel, which is, if you look up on YouTube in the search block, you will see the, you can put in K4PEW, just my call, K4PEW, will get you, and just click on that and you'll see the thing come up. Or you can see us on our website, 146415.net, 146415.net, strangely familiar to our frequency. Or you can go to the groups.io page. It's on the HTTP, whole routine, but just groups.io, groups.India Oscar. Do a search for MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. And it'll bring us up there as well to join the group. It also has some information on the front page. All right, and we're conducting that as always. So you can also contact me at K4PEW at ARRL.net. And that normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday night and Saturday night. And we meet at 146.415 FM, Simplex. And the purpose of that is to have fun, figure out who we can hear and who we can't, and improve our stations along the way, which has happened to many, many people who join us on the nets. They kind of keep track of things and keep a log of who they can hear and can't hear and where they are. And that's why when we do the check-ins, we just ask for the call, initially anyway, the call, the first name, and the location. And of course, that's the way we do the nets on the lightning round initially. Try to do that fairly quickly. We have to get through 30 to 35 often, so it's kind of a quick thing. And then we can move on to tonight, which we have a 10-meter net, which follows it. We'll also, probably next week on Wednesday night, we'll be doing that 70-centimeter net again. We'll do the 2-meter, 7-centimeter, and then the 10-meter. We haven't even noted it, so I didn't forget. 70-centimeter. All right. The announcements, of course. Today is Wednesday, so tomorrow night there's the Bowling Green has a simplex net on 146.430. That's at 7:30. 146.430. We send out a reminder on that to anybody who's on the mailing list. Also, the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's information net is at 8 o'clock. So 7:30 and 8 o'clock, and they're on 147.105 plus offset and on 156.7 PL. That's all I have. And of course, Saturday morning, I wasn't finished. Saturday morning, we have the breakfast. I say it's really coffee and donuts in the park at Charlie Daniels Park. There's also a reminder that goes out on that. That's at 8 a.m. or thereabouts. If you get there early or late, it doesn't matter. We just sit around and kind of chew the fat and enjoy coffee and enjoy the fairly close. We don't do any hugging or holding hands or shaking hands or sneezing at each other. But we do get out there. We've had as many as, I think, 12 or 13 in this COVID situation. We've had as few as a couple, 3, 4. Depends on what kind of day it is. The one time when it was raining out, we did get fewer. At any rate, I don't think there's any more than announcements. Does anybody else have any questions about the announcements or additions or subtractions? Please come in.
KL4DZ.
Yeah, Johnny, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I thought maybe I might be able to throw in people that can't wait or mobile might be a good idea.
Yeah, they can always jump in. They can join. As soon as I call for check-ins, they can jump in right then. They don't have to be. We don't have these rules, man.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. We'll let you have it back.
No, if somebody's really short on time or they just having trouble getting in, they can jump in at any time. You'll never hear me admonish people for trying to check in. Yeah, very good, John. Yeah, a lot of nets do that for short on time or you notice we never say club officers first. I can't remember who the club officers are. even though we technically have them. I don't know who they are because we formed the club to get more visibility, not to get the formality of the club going on here. Clubs seem to have a problem. Every club, it's like that old story. You get 3 hams in town, you're going to get. I got a phone ring here. Get 3 hams in town, you're going to get 2 clubs. Anyway, and we don't need that. We don't need those kind of irritations and bureaucracy and infighting amongst the club members. So anyway, any other additions or subtractions from the announcements?
Hey, I gotta go walk the dog out here, so if you call East first, that'll be the reason why I don't check in. But anyway, we'll catch you back in a bit, Caleb.
Well, I'm checking in Johnny. He's in Inglewood, and it's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu, who says he's taking the dog for a walk. Anyway, good to have you in there, John. I'm sure you'll be back in a few minutes. We did start from the east, by the way. By the way, this is net number 621. We'll be having an anniversary shortly. I got to figure out when that is. I think it's next week for the 6 years. I know it's in September, but I don't remember what day. Should have looked it up before. But anyway, not that we have any we don't have any fireworks or anything for the event, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. No big cake unless somebody wants to make one. We don't have any club dues to pay for a cake, so that messes that up. Well, it doesn't mess it up. We don't need no stinking cake. We don't need any stinking rules either. All righty. And we don't need these stinking repeaters, okay? Yeah, sometimes we do. Who else? Let's go we're starting from the east now, and that would be net number 621. And again, call, name, location. Yes, we'll start with the east. Go ahead.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
Got you in there, James. You're sounding good. I hope the family's doing well.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Thanks.
Very good. That's Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, and that's James here in Mount Juliet. Who else east?
Kilo 4, Juliet Zulu India, John Mount Juliet.
God, John, while you're saying that call, give me your call again, please. It's Kilo 4. Hit me again.
Kilo 4, Juliet Zulu India, JZI. I know it's always hard getting that out.
I don't know why it is. It's I got to get used to it. It's just so funny to me because it's an odd series of letters. I don't know. To me, it is anyway. I don't know. JZI, Juliet Zulu India. Not so bad though. Not so bad. Anyway, that's John here, Mount Juliet. Kilo 4, Juliet Zulu India, and that's here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east, please?
JI4SIB.
All right, checking in your SOR loser. I mean your SOR, please.
Yep.
Very good. We got Stephanie, the better half there, and we've got Richard. That's KI4SIB and KI4SOR. Anybody else east? I had 2 in there, but I got Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot November, Tom and Martha. You doing all right, Tom?
Doing all right. Just saying hello at 73, KB4.
Hey, when your wife cut your hair, did you lose any strength?
Immensely. I can't lift more than 200 pounds now. That's how much I weigh.
That's probably how much you cut off. Anyway, that's Tom. He'd been doing about 4 or 5 months without. No, it was longer than that. It was 6 months, wasn't it, Tom? Without a haircut.
Yes, and boy, did I look good.
You probably look like the Beatles, all 4 of them together. Very good, Tom in Martha. Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot November. I heard somebody say HT. Who is it?
KE4TWI.
You were on the HT, were you?
Yeah, I'm out here in Lebanon on the hill at my parents' place. So far, I've heard everybody but Delta Tango Charlie couldn't hear.
Yeah. Delta Tango Zulu, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very good. Just want to make sure it was clear. Yeah, no, you're doing good from that height because you're doing like I think it was S8 I saw.
All right. Well, hello to everybody on the net. KE4TWI.
No, I was wrong. You're bumping up against S6. I was looking at the wrong part of the scale there. Anyway, that's West. He's over in Lebanon at a very high location with an HT, so many of you won't be able to hear him, but that was Kilo Echo 4, Tango Whiskey India. Who else is east? Please come in.
Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo Whiskey Charlie.
Hey, Jeff, you doing well?
Yes, I am. I'm doing very well. How about you?
Very good. I'm doing Well, fantastic. Usually. You doing the net tomorrow night?
I believe so.
Okay, good. Just because you guys sometimes switch off between 2 or 3. I don't know if I know who's going to be there.
I'll find out tomorrow when somebody calls. If he says do it, I said okay.
All right, very good. That's Jeff. He often does the net for the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's information net tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie. Who else is east? Please come in.
Lord, easy, Earl and Noreen.
Hey, it's Noreen and Earl. No, I got it backwards. Earl and Noreen.
Yeah, there you go. Either or. It's whatever. It's just me.
I got you. Anyway, that was Earl. He's in Noreen over the other east side of Cedars, Lebanon Park. That's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. You have good signal tonight. Nice solid audio there, Earl. Who else is east? Any other Easterners? All right, up to the north then. Please come in. The Northern Lights people, please come in.
WB0 Mark in Northwest Wilson.
You're just holding out, hoping there's somebody in front of you. Oh, there, Mark.
No, Frank usually covers me up, so I try to wait on him.
Oh, no, I understand. Yeah, you'd have a couple of people that could cover you up there. Although your signal's awful good.
Roger that.
Yeah, very good. That's Mark. He's up there by the weather station in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
KM4KXA, Robert in Goodlettsville.
Ah, very good, Robert. You're sounding pretty good. That's Kilo Mike 4 Kilo X-Ray Alpha, Robert in Goodlettsville. It's a pretty nice day up there like it was here, I hope.
And I'll tell you what, it was beautiful. Pretty warm this afternoon. I was out mowing grass and cracked a nice sweat. The shower felt good when I got in.
Oh, yeah. No, I was out, even at just around lunch, I was out walking the dogs for a mile or so, and it was pretty hot out there.
Oh, yeah, but you gotta love this weather.
Oh, no, it's not too bad. In fact, there was a light breeze, so it felt pretty smooth. And again, that's Robert in Goodlettsville, and that's Kilo Mike 4 Kilo X-Ray Alpha. Who else is north?
AN4FAX, Otis Hendersonville.
Hey, Otis. Glad you could stay up for the evening. You doing all right?
Doing fine, thank you.
Very good. That was Otis in Hendersonville. Kilo November 4 Foxtrot Alpha X-Ray. Who else is north? Over to the west.
KM4 TJF, Rick, Ashland City.
Ah, very good. Almost nothing on the scale there, Rick, but you've got a good audio with just a little bit of hash in the background.
Right, well, good to hear. I'm glad I made the trip.
No, it sounds pretty decent. Let's hope you do as well on 10 meters tonight. You guys haven't upgraded that at all, have you?
No, not yet.
Okay, you were putting it was a 2-meter beam or a 10-meter beam?
I have a 2-meter beam I need to put up.
Oh, okay, that was the one we were talking about, I guess.
Yes, I haven't been able to do that yet.
No, I get it. Yeah, life tends to get in the way. I understand. In fact, it should be getting in the way if you're doing the right things. Anyway, that was Rick. He's in Ashland City. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot, one of our more distant stations over to the west. Who else is west, please come?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Yeah, well, Don, you're problematic because you're pretty far west and you've got, I don't know, megawatt or something going on over there.
Just 100 watts.
Yeah, that's enough, especially with the antenna and the tower. You do great. I was waiting for a call. Hey, give me a reply. Let me look at that signal meter again.
I'm still struggling with these stupid Yagis. The last of the parts still have not arrived from MFJ. So I'm perturbed, to say the least.
When in doubt, they always blame the COVID-19. For the delays in shipping. Anyway, that's Don in Bon Aqua with great audio. He's using 100 watts over there. November 4 Delta Juliet Tango in Bon Aqua. That's Don. Who else is west?
KM4 YRF Mike in Belshire.
When you having your procedure done, Michael?
Hopefully October 15th. It could change, but hopefully that'll be the date.
Oh, good. What's a little ways off? Is it? I imagine you're struggling a little bit, huh?
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Don't want those struggles. Been through a few of those myself, but don't want them. Does anything relieve it besides heroin?
Well, shot of morphine they gave me really helped, but I can't take that and work.
No, no. When I used to, years and years ago, after I had some surgery, they gave me these painkillers, and I used to tell people, "I'm going to take the painkiller now, and I'll see you in about 4 hours."
Roger that.
Yeah, it was. That was, I'd eat breakfast, take one of those, and it was okay. I think I'll take a long nap now. Anyway, no, they're not good for you though. I did realize at that point in my life, though, and that's about 30 years ago, that I knew how and why people got addicted to drugs.
I am very picky about what I take, and I see too many people get hooked on that, and that's not for me.
No, and yeah, you do have to learn to put up with a little bit of pain in life. You can't take it all away.
Yeah, that's true. I am on the cancellation list, so if somebody cancels, then maybe I can get it done sooner.
Is that a euphemism for death?
Probably so.
Yeah, if anybody dies it's in the waiting list, I get to jump in. I got it. Okay, anyway, Michael's waiting for some surgery. Kilo, Mike 4, Yankee, Romeo, Foxtrot in Belshire. Who else is West?
KG4 CXE, Chris Sandoff.
Got you in there, Chris. Sound good. Hope you're staying busy all 12 hours of the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wrapped it up a little over 9.5 today, I think, but it'll get better. Sorry to hear about your shoulder, Mike. Actually, mine's been kind of messed up, and I think it's from sitting and kind of acting crazy in this chair all day. So, believe it or not. Anyways.
Sounds like a lawsuit against the chair manufacturer.
Or against myself, maybe both.
Yeah, you get to sue yourself for sitting around all day. Yeah, that's one of the problems with jobs that are predominantly PC based or desk based. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fortunately, I did not ever have that kind of a job, so I was always up and at 'em. So well, usually. Anyway, that's Chris. Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is West?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack, and Donald.
Very good, Jack. Got you in there just fine. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Nothing new in your life, huh?
No, I was just waiting for Chris to check in because we seem to check in at the same time every week.
Well, you're almost equidistant from me, so you jam up right there in the middle.
That's exactly right.
Very good. Again, Jack in Donaldson. Of course, that was Chris in Donaldson, which was Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo, and Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima. Yeah, India Lima Victor. Can't read my writing again. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch.
Hey, there you are, Greg. That's Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Signal sounds good as always. Who else is West?
N4 LLC.
KN4, that was L. Hold on. I had this, my hearing went bad there for a moment. LLC, is it?
N4 LLC.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's Logan.
Yes, sir. That's me. How's my signal doing right now?
Well, you're doing. Hit me again with your call. Let me watch right at it.
N4 LLC.
Okay, it's jumping around, but it's bumping up between S3 and S5 as you're transmitting. What are you on today?
I'm on the handheld. Just after really, I don't want to go on mobile right now. We've got a little more early on the truck, but it's being stupid right now, so I just switched over to my handheld.
Yeah, it bounces around as you were moving around there, but it went all the way down to about a 1 jumping around, and then it got better up pushing over S3. So yeah, mobile's always a problem, and having a handheld mobile is a problem too because it you just don't have a stable antenna arrangement, and you're moving from a very low, as you can imagine, a very low elevation.
Oh yeah, my dad, he has a Phantom antenna on there, and it doesn't do good on Simplex, so just switched over to the handheld.
What's he got on Simplex, did you say?
It's a Phantom antenna.
Phantom. I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, he said low profile, but
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's going to be, I don't know the details on that, but anything that's very low profile means very big compromise.
Oh yeah, usually it's mainly for repeater. It does fine on there, but once you do the simplex, it ain't good.
Oh no, no, I get it. I get it. I understand. I mean, if people just live in an area that's ripe with repeaters and that's what they want to talk to, it's perfect to have that kind of an antenna. But any kind of simplex, it's got to be something. You know, I think you've probably heard me tell. I don't have it on the car right now, but it's a 96-inch, 2-meter antenna, and it's pretty big. So, you know, it's a tree trimmer, but boy, does it get out and receive well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sometimes it can be inconvenient having a super long antenna up there, but sometimes it does pretty good. But yeah, this little antenna, it's not good for both. It's just it's very picky of what it's good at.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. Anyway, that's Logan. Logan, where are you right now on mobile?
Level Pike 109.
Leeville Pike and where?
Highway 109.
Oh, and 109. Leeville Pike and 109. It's Kilo November 4 Lima, Lima Charlie. That's Logan. Mobile on his handheld for those of you that can't hear him or can barely hear him. Who else is West, please?
Kilo X-ray 4 Delta Queen, Ron.
Hey, Ron. Haven't heard from you in a week or so. You doing all right?
Yeah, exercising a new antenna.
Ah, what did you get?
X510.
Oh, well, see that antenna, even the factory told somebody when they called them about that. They feel that pretty much that even rivals the X700 in performance.
Well, I thought it was about as tall as I could manage on my setup.
Oh no, believe me, I get excellent reports about people who have the 510s. It's just I paid a premium to get the X700, and be a net control, it probably was important. But for you, it's not that important to have an X700.
And actually, the worst thing from my point of view is the geography with a big hill to the west, small hill to the east. Kind of boxes things in a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. That's what people have to make it, and they do. They make decisions to say, here's here's who I really am. I really like. I had to make that decision. Say, well, am I really interested in talking further than where I am now? Because that means if I put up twice the height to go from 30 something feet to 50 or 60 feet, now am I really interested in the local net to talk to somebody that's 65 miles away instead of 35 miles away? You know what I'm getting at? You just make these decisions. No, I'm not going to go that far.
Well, I added it in part for the areas benefit. Both Davidson County and Williamson County are loud and clear with this thing, and looking to try to make contact with Wilson. And Short Mountain is really loud and clear.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Short Mountain's clear everywhere. But no, you're going to be doing fine with that antenna for your intended purposes with Davidson. And in fact, even Rutherford, from where you are, I'm sure Rutherford and Williamson County are just going to be great for you.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Michael.
You're 20 over S9 into Northeast Nashville, just so you know. Thanks for that report. I think that's one of the openings between the hills around us is to the northeast. It even works on HF. I get lots of stuff from the northeast out to Maryland and Massachusetts and stuff, but not so much to the due east or due west. Good deal.
Yep, no, you're doing great, and I'm sure you'll. How long have you had it up, Ron?
Put it up yesterday.
Ah, okay. So you don't really even know all the best that you can get out of that yet, or do you?
No, not yet. Tonight was the first simplex opportunity.
All right, very good. Make sure that in a week or the first Tuesday of the month at 7:30 is the Rutherford net, and that one covers all of Rutherford County. So that one might be an interesting test for you.
S4 in Bonnet.
You hear that? S4 in Bonacqua. Did you catch that, Ron?
No, it's a lot of noise, but no audible I can make out.
Oh, he was just saying he's got US4 there in Bon Aqua.
Thank you.
And of course, he's to the kind of the north, or might be due west of you, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that would be, like you said, that'd be a little rough for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I have a hard time going west on VHF and UHF. I can do okay on HF if I'm, down at 40 meters, 80 meters, but that's skywave. That's not getting over the hill.
No, I get it. No, you're doing fine though. You really are. I think you'll be. Well, one of the things that we've managed to accomplish, if it's a we in there, that individuals have accomplished, is improving their systems like you have. And so, I know that when I first started the net in the early part, I would struggle to hear other people, and other people would struggle to hear me, and vice versa. And over time, everybody more or less improved their systems, and then it's less of a struggle as we move on. That's why when we had a simplex net on 70 centimeters a couple of weeks ago, we had a fantastic results, and I hadn't done that net in a couple 3 years because initially it stunk.
Well, my HF antenna is a gap challenger, which suffers from a little bit of the same thing locally as for HF nets, but I'll give it a try when I can. I'm going to have to bow out tonight, though.
Okay, very good. We hope to hear you in the future then. All right, Ron, that was Ron. He's over in Brentwood. Do I have that right, Brentwood?
That's the mailing address, but it's actually Davidson County over around I-65.
I think I'd claim Brentwood. I'm just kidding. That's Kilo X-Ray 4 Delta Queen. That's Ron over in Davidson County in the southern end near 65. Who else is west? I didn't copy that. Anybody having trouble getting in? Well, west or south, please come in.
W0GZR, Mark and Nashville.
All righty, we got the Geezer Mark, the Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo in the Nashvilleian city, NV city, NV, ENVY. So there you go.
Yeah, I almost said Nashville.
Well, a little bit of that there too. I know they're struggling because being a tourist environment, I saw the headlines in the what do you call it, in the Tennessean, they're talking about how they're going to save all these venues. And I didn't even read the article, but I thought to myself, the private business owners are struggling greatly. But I thought about all of the other venues like the the Johnny Cash Museum or those kinds of things that are here in town or there in town, not here. They've had no income. It's kind of hard to pay the rent.
I go downtown once a week to volunteer and walk through that area. And before the virus, I'd see just hundreds of people walking around. And I might see maybe 20 now. And brave souls come from out of town, no masks, and they want to see the highlights. And it ain't going to happen.
No, there's not much to see when the main venues aren't working and they're not having any concerts. So I can understand it's a city like Nashville is going to take a while to come back into full life, I think. Anyway, that's Mark. He's on the southeast side of Nashville, Whiskey Zero GZR. Who else is south?
W4EBX, Eddie in Gladeville.
All righty, Eddie in Gladeville. Is that where they make the Glade products?
Nothing I know of.
just never struck me before, but Gladeville. Yeah, what's that named after? Do you know?
I'd have to read about that. I'd have to do some history studying.
Well, that was kind of like Mount Juliet. They're not exactly sure how it got the name either. So anyway, that's Eddie. Good signal out of Gladeville, which is just south of the interstate and east of Mount Juliet Road a couple miles. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. Who else is south?
Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot
For David in Readable, 5 watts.
All right, hold on one second, David in Reedyville. I had Donnie, Whiskey 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar. Donnie, you doing all right?
Doing fine. Oh, doing great.
Very good. Donnie in Hermitage, south of me, 5 miles or so. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. And I've got David KI4NDN, the infamous net control for the Rutherford County Aries Simplex net on every first Tuesday of the month at 7:30 p.m.
Hello, Mr. Paul. Good evening to you. That's low power from Reederville, Echo Mike 65 Victor Tango.
Yeah, you sound good. You got a good audio, just about S1, but the audio is very good on 5 watts.
All right, sir. Appreciate everything you do. Carry on. KI4NDN.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo India 4, November Delta November David in Reedyville, southeast of me, 30 miles or so. Who else is south?
KR4AZ.
Hello, Tim. Haven't heard from you. You've been busy.
Yes, sir, a little bit. Getting here nice. Sitting out on the front porch swing and have to see it on YouTube. I said, uh-oh, there you go.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, the big, we've had anywhere from, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 10 to 30 people looking at it on YouTube one time or another. And it's a heck of a testimony to people would think it's a radio station or something, but if there's only 30 listeners, it sounds funny.
Well, that's the start. Anyway, Paul, hope you've been doing good. Everybody doing well. I'll let you get back to calling names. Get you later. Appreciate it. KR4AZ, clear after you.
Yeah, very good. That's Tim, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. He's in Murfreesboro. Great signal, Tim. Who else is south?
Kilo 4, Uniform Tango Sierra, Carl Glacial.
All right, Carl. Uniform. Well, it's Kilo 4 Uniform Tango Sierra. I'm glad to have you in there, Kurt. Carl, are you doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. I just Googled the Glacial thing here, and doesn't really say how it got the name, but we do have Harkerita Road down here, and it's kind of interesting. So apparently there was a famous fiddler from the Grand Old Opry, Sid Harkerita, apparently one of the notable folks from Glacial.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. You figure out how many notable performers lived in the greater Nashville area. It's amazing how many.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. So KK4, UTS. Y'all have a great evening. Stand by.
Yeah, very good. And that was Carl, Kilo 4 Uniform Tango Sierra in Gladeville, trying to help us out with why Gladeville got its name, but I don't know what Glade. I know there's the Everglades, but they ain't here. All right. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
I think I know that call, Mr. Larry. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Paul, but is Saturday the thing at the park?
Yes, it is. You must have missed the announcement at the beginning.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Now, maybe I'll do the announcements. Maybe I need to do those beginning, middle, and end.
Well, you know I eat a lot.
I don't know. You don't look like you eat too much. You're pretty trim.
Work too hard.
Well, I don't know. Is that true?
No, I lie a lot too.
Yeah, that's right. You're in the Liars Club. You still riding a bike this weather?
Oh, yeah. I got 2 rides in last week, 40 miles.
Oh, awesome. That's very good. I'm glad to hear it. Anyway, that's Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he is in Rockville. Anybody else south? Anybody late check-ins?
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Here I got Charlie Victor Echo. Says Gladeville is named after the surrounding cedar glades. And then it goes on to say a unique type of ecosystem that thrives in the thin or barren soil of the South Wilson County.
Wow, I never heard that term before. It's the cedar glades, they call it.
Absolutely. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good.
No, I just had never heard that term used like that before. That's quite interesting. Because I know I lived in Florida for, half my lifetime. And all I ever heard was the Everglades, which is, just nothing but just weeds. Not much, just the glades of those tall grasses.
I envision kind of marshy in some of that area, but I could be wrong.
I think you're probably right. I'll have to look that up. Well, we learned something today. Glades has something to do with low marshy or low wet areas where it's very not good soil. Well, there is an awful lot of cedar around here. That's what they were talking about now, was the cedar glades, right? Well, I guess that was true. Anybody else? Late check-ins or comments or lurkers, lollygaggers, and sandbaggers?
Whiskey 4, Mike, Uniform Foxtrot.
Which one were you? The lurkers, sandbaggers, or lollygaggers?
I was just late.
All right. That's an L word too. How you doing there, Jimmy?
Pretty good. I'm thinking about putting up one of the long boom VHS beams. See how that works.
Oh, that's a killer. How big are you gonna get for a beam?
I don't know if I can find somebody who wants to let go of one you use one cheap.
Ah, okay. Jimmy's looking for a beam, something with multiple elements, more than a half a dozen, for putting up in the air from over there near the high school near Lebanon Road. If anybody's got one, it's excuse me, Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
That's me.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. I don't know who's got one available, but you can actually get a for $100. I'd have to look, but MFJ sells some multiple element beams for 2 meters that are pretty decent for, I'd say, $100 more so.
Well, I've got a 4-element 2-meter beam, but I'm looking for something that's going to give me about 13 or 14 dB gain.
Yeah, well, it's similar to be 9 or 10 elements, I presume.
Yeah, at least that, maybe 12.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that you could find. I'm telling you, MFJ or Cushcraft has got some in that territory that are. Well, I'm just going to say $100 to $200. I mean, I still have. I don't have. It came down because of the storm, but it's a 9-element M squared, but it was about $250. And of course, I guess I'm saying it's worth it because it's got stainless steel and it's built very well.
Well, the ones I saw were 2 to 250. The ones brand new ones.
The ones and that was by whom?
I think they were high gain and maybe Cushcraft.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe those 9, 10, or 11 element beams are up in the 200 something range. Around 200, you say?
Yeah, 2 to 250.
Okay, very good. Because like I said, the M squared one was, I think, 240 something for the 9 element, which is, I forget what the gain on that was, but it was up there.
Yep.
All right, anyway, moving on. That's Whiskey 4 Uniform. I'm sorry, Mike Uniform Foxtrot. That's Jimmy in Northeast Mount Juliet. Anybody else late check-in? Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, scanner listeners. You have to email me. And end-time survivalists and preppers.
KB9RKK came in there right underneath me. That's all. KC6HWR. Contact.
All right, very good. I had 2 of you in there. KC6HWR in Cottontown. Forgive me, but I forgot your first name.
Do I have to forgive you, or can I just call it the next time? Darcy.
Ah, there we go. Darcy. What throws me a curve is your voice is almost identical to somebody else, Steve up in Kentucky. I mean, it's to my ears, it's like I'm hearing one call and I'm thinking it's somebody else.
Well, I'll have to start taking that hormonal therapy again.
Anyway, that's Kilo Charlie 6. Kilo, wait a minute. Kilo Golf 6, isn't it?
Jack Plus back in the 90s. Kilo Charlie 6.
Okay, it is 6. I'm sure 6, excuse me. C, Kilo Charlie 6. Yeah, I screwed up on my printing. HWR, and that's Darcy. He's in Cottontown. By the way, they have a good signal and a good audio, by the way. And I also heard Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo there in Northwest Wilson. That'd be Frank. How you doing, Frank?
Doing good there, Paul. I was going to just say, you guys were talking about the glades. That's just like, it's because of the soil. I'm sorry, the limestone being really close to the top of the soil. So the soil is very, very, very shallow, and it doesn't grow real well. So there's clearings within the forest. That's all.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, there's just some terms that are, I'll call them horticulture terms, I guess, or they're, I'm not sure what you call that term, but yeah, just a lot of those are foreign to me. I mean, when you hear, I know they use them in Florida, and I don't know if they use them in Tennessee. Do they ever use the word hammock referring to a property?
Don't know. But yeah, I'm just looking here just at a generic Glade description, and it's basically, you're right. When you hear glaze, you think the Everglades, as far as I'm concerned. But I guess in the central United States, away from Florida, they just describe anything that's rocky, prairie-like, shallow soil.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. No, if you look at it, yeah, they call it an area will be called a something hammock, and it's usually just a flat area with. I'm not even sure I can describe it properly because most of Florida is fairly flat, and it will have just. Gosh, I'd have to look up and see where they use that hammock term again, but that's what they want. It's a funny term, but a lot of terms are funny in the business I'm not in. There's funny terms about the business I used to work in. So.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. All of them have their weird terms that sometimes seem like, am I allowed to say this word? Because sometimes it borders on that, and it's the real word for that part or for that description. But yeah, no, I haven't heard of the hammock thing. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, look into it. It's not that it's fascinating, but it's just I always thought it was an interesting term to use for a type of landscape in the natural environment. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo in Northwest Wilson, kind of in Mount Juliet, and Darcy, of course, Kilo Charlie 6, Hotel Whiskey Romeo in Cottontown. Anybody else late chickens? W3JCH. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. How are you this evening?
Doing well. It's been a nice day and a nice evening, and I got a fair amount of things done. How about yourself?
About the same. It's been a good day. Finally got the littlest one laid down. Me and the wife are out here in the truck to drive away and listen to the nest. But all in all, it's a pretty good day.
Yeah, very good, Justin. Yeah, it's just pretty out. I mean, wasn't a terribly hot day. I mean, it did get up, I don't know, pushing, I think 90 today, but it was breezy and comfortable, and I decided I wasn't going to mow the lawn after all.
I don't blame you there. We just checked. Humidity starting to tick back up. That makes it feel a little bit worse. But no, all in all, the past several days have been fantastic.
Yeah, well, I have a distinct, I don't think I'm distinct or unique, but I have this problem that because I'm a fairly big guy and because I don't know if it's my genetics or what, I cannot, one of the problems that I not struggle, I just hate it, so to speak, is that when the weather gets mild out, even when I lived in Florida, it was the same way. When the temperature starts getting to drop outside into the 70s, the air conditioning, but it'll still be humid out because here it is late summer or early fall. And so the house air conditioner doesn't run as much. And so it tends to be a little humid and less than comfortable for me. And I'll be sitting here just, perspiring, going, I sure, I can get into winter or get into summer. Let's not be in between anymore.
Yeah, I completely get that. It's not always about temperature and humidity affects me as well. But yeah, that's a science project.
Yep, I know what you're saying. I had a hard time explaining that to some people. I had, I'll leave it at this. I had somebody complaining that he had the same issue, that it tended to get a little muggy in his house. And I said, I can solve that for you, it doesn't even cost you anything, at least extra in terms of buying something. Because there's several ways you can solve that problem, but from a psychometric standpoint. And so he says, well, what do I have to do? I said, look here, when you get home tonight after dinner sometime, turn on the oven and open up the oven door and just leave it on full all night long. He goes, what? I said, it's the only way you can add heat and no moisture so the air conditioning system will run in order to take out more moisture. And he goes, oh, I see. So I just got to pay for the heat. I said, yeah, well, you want it to be comfortable, didn't you?
Yeah, that makes sense. You're not adding any humidity when you're using any kind of external source like that. Pretty interesting take on it. And use the dehumidification process of it.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the whole key to comfort. Really, you can live with a relatively high temperature. So you look out in the desert, people can be relatively comfortable just because the evaporation rate is so high, and that's true in a household where you're, increasing the air conditioning runtime, removing heat. So in turn, it removes a lot of the moisture, and you can get it down to a reasonable level, 40 or 50%, and then you feel comfortable again, even though it's 77 degrees, inside the house. Anyway, that's kind of what I used to do for a living. Justin, it's good to have you in there. Anybody else coming in, please come in. Late check-ins, lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. That was number 32, by the way. All right, I got nothing else. Not sure for sure. Nobody else. Is anybody hearing anybody?
No one.
All righty, then we shall move over to 10 meters on 28.415. 28.415, and I shall be there momentarily. And unless anybody objects, forever hold your peace. All right, that's where I'm moving. K4PW, QSYing, as they say, over to 28.415. All right, it's K4PW, Mount Juliet, Simplex Radio Net. Is there any check-ins starting from the east? Please come. Hold on, I got Johnny in there, and then I got KB4SFN and Tom and Martha, and Johnny was in Inglewood. Who else is east? Please come in. Anybody else east? Anybody to the north? Please come in.
KB9RKK.
All right, I got Frank, KB9RKK, and I got Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Zulu, Earl, and Noreen. Who else? Anybody else north or east? Well, you had to really hang out tonight to get to that 10-meter net, didn't you there, Otis? All right, Bree, how are you copying everybody on 2 meters? Ah, very good. All right, that's Otis, KN4FAX in Hendersonville. Who else is north or west, east or west? East or north, please? Over to the west, then.
KM4, wow, that's Mike and Belsar.
All right, we got Michael and Belsar with a nice signal. Who else is west? All right, I got November 4 Delta Juliet Tango in Bon Aqua. That's Don. Who else was in there? Was a double in it. All righty, that's Chris and Donaldson. Who else is west? All right, hold on one second. All right, let's try that one more time, please. Ah, very good. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Got you in there, Greg. Yeah, still a little, low. I can hear it when I turn up the volume, but it's almost down in the noise, but I can still copy it. Very good. Someday we're gonna have to figure out how you can do better. But which antenna are you using? All right, I apologize, but I didn't copy much of that. Maybe we can do it on 2 meters another time. Remember to bring that up if you don't mind. That way, again, that was Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else, wherever I was, west or south?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, Jack, you're blowing the doors off my speakers.
Well, thank you.
Anybody? That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else west or south?
W0GZR, Mark, Nashville.
Very good. You moved from Nashvilleian to Nashville. Very good. I got you in there, Mark. That was Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. Anybody else west or south? Is anybody copying anything? I can't hear.
I hear nothing.
All righty, you hear nothing. Anybody late check-ins, north, south, east, or west?
Kilo, it's your phone, Mark, in the phone, Foxtrot, India, John, not Juliet.
Hold on, we had a double or a triple in there, but I got you in there, Jimmy. Kilo 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Who else was that?
Kilo 4, Juliet, Zulu, India, John, not Juliet.
All right, John, I got you in there. Very good. Kilo 4 Juliet Zulu. I believe that's Echo. Oh, I'm getting that screwed up again. I'm looking here. Make sure I'm doing that right. It's Juliet Zulu India, not Echo. So I can't even read my own writing again. Juliet Zulu India. Kilo 4 Juliet Zulu India. John here, Mount Juliet. Who else is any place anywhere? Got any more north, south, east, or west? Well, that's 14, so I don't think we were doing too bad with the number of check-ins. Appreciate all the check-ins. Hope you learned something about your station, or maybe not, or mine, or somebody else's, who you can hear and can't hear. Well, very good. You might be able to catch me on 2 meters in a little bit. You guys have a great night. End in the net here at 8:50 on the hour, K4PW. Have a good night, guys.
K4,